us. I'm Jenny Huggins, and this is William Penn News Now, your student-produced newscast. William Penn Day of Giving took place yesterday, and students in the Digital Communications program helped the university target alumni for donations.
Purpose, and transformation were the three key words that William Penn Digital Communications students received while making promotional videos for the 2019 William Penn Day of Giving. Some groups focus on things such as wildlife ecology, industrial tech, and much more, but Paul Ginnevid's group, they focus on opportunities students have at William Penn.
The concept for the video we had for the William Penn Day of Giving was opportunity, and we tried to present that through different current students that have found opportunities at William Penn, aside from their main goals, whether they came for sports or academics, anything like that, industrial tech, whatever.
And Ginnevid's group's main target audience is alumni and their ability to share and get the word out.
It speaks to alumni about the different opportunities that are going on now that they can help, but it also expands the network farther out. Like, word of mouth is good, but video speaks volumes too, and when you can just click a share button and the rest of the world can see it, I think that helps quite a bit.
These videos the Digital Communication Department put together are working, but donors' work schedules may be interfering.
There is immediately some response after each one that goes out, and then throughout the day. I'm anticipating that more gifting will happen this evening when people get home and have a chance to look at that. One thing I'm finding is that some people are saying, well, I'm at work, this is my work email, and so they don't want to look at it there. So, but yes, there's always a little bit of an uptick after each one. So I think the students' videos are a big player in what we're doing. So.
Riordan also says she wants to thank Matt Wagner and the video production department, Miranda Keeler, and most importantly, alumni for the opportunity students have here with their donations. In Oskaloosa, Jared Buckaloo, William Penn News Now.
The final total will be out soon, so make sure to keep an eye out on your William Penn emails. As SGA elections come to a close at William Penn, we take a look at our re-elected president for this term and for his future plans for William Penn.
At first glance, Jace Neugenbauer might look like a normal college student. However, his time at William Penn has turned him into much more than just a student athlete with a backpack in hopes for a college degree. But instead, the president of SGA with a plan that involves changing a college campus culture.
And the biggest thing that I'm most excited for on campus is the fact that William Penn's university campus culture is rapidly changing and everything seems to be positive. When I came on my visit, by no means was it bad, but I didn't feel like there were positive vibes coming off of students. And I know that when I got here and I started as a student, I would talk to a lot of other people and they said that their experience has been a little bit negative in a sense. And I feel like we are now starting as a university to implement change into the culture, the student experience, and students are starting to enjoy what William Penn has to offer.
Coming from a town of less than 1,000 people in Northern California, Jace is wanting to bring that small town community feeling with him to campus through social events and SGA leadership. Although football and SGA take up most of his time, Jace still finds time to enjoy the outdoors and even talk to family.
Going to parks. I enjoy golf. I'm not very good at it, but I do enjoy it. I'm a pretty simple guy. There's not much that I do. I'm not a big gamer, and so I'm not going to hop on an Xbox or a PlayStation and try to game. But sports is always big, and whenever I get the opportunity to FaceTime my family back home, that's big too.
With promising goals for 2019, SGA and President Neugenbauer are working on bringing the best college experience to Penn students this year. Since this will be his second term as SGA president, he's hoping to make the biggest impact this year, as it might be his last before he graduates and pursues his master's at Texas A&M. In Oskaloosa, Zach Tracy, William Penn News Now.
For more information on SGA and student involvement, contact Michael Collins, who is in charge of running SGA and other student organizations. From now on, William Penn University Pack area will have a light show that can easily be controlled with just the push of a button. William Penn partnered with Musco Lighting and added new equipment at the beginning of the semester. Steven Statz, Athletic Operations Graduate Assistant, says that this new equipment is going to set themselves apart from other small colleges. He also mentions that there are a ton of other settings that can be used, and the lights can actually work for the entire pack, even the turf. By implementing this new lighting equipment, William Penn hopes to improve the game experiences going on at the school. These lights will also be beneficial for the men's volleyball and wrestling for the upcoming 2019 season. Quick update for sports this week. The men's baseball team came up with an exciting win against Mount Mercy Tuesday after being down 2-0. The final score was 4-3 as the men take home a win. For the women's softball, it was a different story. They lost their doubleheader against Mount Mercy. The final scores were 3-0 and 5-3. The Lady Statesmen will head to Missouri to take on the Culver Stockton Wildcats in a doubleheader, while the baseball team will travel to Peru State. When it comes to matters of faith, students at William Penn have a lot of different Christian ministry groups to choose from, especially for such a small campus. Nick Fullard has a story.
InterVarsity, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Chapel, Chicken and Hymns, Team Christ, Men's Bible Group, and Living in Truth, aka LIT, are all Christian ministry groups active on William Penn's campus. That's 6 different options for a university with a population of only about 1,300 students. Some of these ministries are fairly new and unique to Penn's campus, but Fellowship of Christian Athletes, or FCA, has been a national Christian organization for 61 years. I caught up with FCA lead pastor Tom Palmer to find out the organization's purpose.
Yeah, FCA has been around for 61 years, and it's in many different countries all over the world, and it's grown immensely. But their primary purpose is to use the avenue of sports as a way for coaches and athletes to be able to come together, both to encourage one another and to be able to be spokesmen, be able to speak the truth about what Christ has done.
Speaking and spreading the truth about Christ is a consistent theme with all the ministries, as in the Christian faith. Ministries like Team Christ and Living in Truth meet multiple times during the week and seek to emphasize evangelism.
Team Christ is a ministry here on campus. We meet 3 times a week. Fridays and Saturdays at 7 we have Bible studies, and then Sunday nights at 9 we have a prayer night in the Chief Mahaska room. And the purpose of our club is just to spread the word of Jesus and to evangelize to our campus and just bring people to know who Christ is.
While most of these groups emphasize faith and evangelizing, the newest of the bunch was created by 2 William Penn basketball players to provide an open space where men can meet and talk about their lives.
We just decided that we wanted a place where men can gather, come together, talk about whatever's going on in their life. It doesn't have to be about the Bible, just literally everyday life, whether it's them struggling with homework, them struggling with school, things going on at home. We just wanted to create like a safe environment for them to be able to talk about whatever they were going through.
Students are welcome to join any of the groups mentioned, but faculty tend to flock towards Chapel on Thursday mornings and Chicken and Hymns on Thursday nights. No matter the ministry students decide on, they can be assured that there is a place where they fit and will be welcomed with open arms. This is Nick Fullard with WPNN News, signing off.
Any student can join or participate any Christian ministry, and there is a group meeting on every night of the week. See the Christian Ministry Board outside the Chief Mahaska room in the Union for details. Up next is the incredible story of Rosia Calderon, a survivor of trafficking and an advocate for those without a voice in detention centers. Rosia Calderon is an inspiring woman who has overcome many obstacles, and this is her story. After being cheated by her job, she went to an immigration office to report that she had been cheated and threatened by someone. She asked to extend her visa a few extra days so that she could buy a ticket back home to Bolivia. After explaining this, she was detained and handcuffed. At first, an official told her she was being deported, but later officials told her that her case had changed and ripped up her order of deportation. The official told her she was going somewhere better that had a bed, clothes, and food, and that she only would be there for about a month. Once she realized she was at a detention center, she was very scared and did not understand why she was there. Once they gave her her number, she felt as if she no longer had a name. At the time, this made a huge impact on her because she was ignorant to all of the issues happening at the border and that existed in the detention center. Although she wanted to deport herself, she was unable to because she was already in the hands of the judge. She had to wait 6 months to see the judge before she could be deported. Because the judge she got was very hard, her court date kept getting dragged out, but the judge finally gave her a bond of $20,000, which she could not afford, but luckily for her, 2 donors appeared to pay her bond. Thankfully, during her time there, she got to know a visitation program called Casa Mariposa. When she was released from the detention center, she went to the Casa Mariposa house, which took her in since she had nowhere else to go. After being there for 2 months, she received a piece of mail saying she won her case, and in that moment, that is when she felt her freedom and name had been returned to her. She now works for the visitation program and helps women who are going through what she went through. After hearing her story, I had some questions of my own. I asked her what her experience was like and how she got through it.
Fue muy duro.
It was very hard
Y muy traumante.
and very traumatic. There you go. Para pasar. Tu fe, tu familia.
Mi fe,
My faith.
tuve un crecimiento espiritual que me fortaleció.
I had a spiritual growth that really strengthened me.
This is Jenny Hugans for your WPNN. If you are interested in donating to the Casa Mariposa Detention Visitation Program, you can type in the name to take you to the website or go to their Facebook page typing in their name as well. From all of us in the Digital Communication Program, thank you for watching, and we will see you again next time.